I actually like the fact that we're just like jumping in and just be like, all right, so how about this? You know what I mean? Just like right into it.
Well, and I noticed like MFM does that. Like they change their things up. Now they have their main one, right? And it's like
I actually noticed that we're doing it. I'm not sure if we're doing it the right way, to be honest. We are starting with our bumper. And almost every channel out there, you're starting with a scene, and then the bumper comes after it.
Yeah, that's what I had said earlier.
All right, another quickfire episode. How about this one? A sarcasm font.
It's very good.
And I think we totally need that. And here's a quote that I read. I wish there was a way to convey my emotions without emojis. Like I'm sort of tired of the emoji thing.
Well, yeah, and people do, like on Reddit, you do the /s at the end of a sentence.
Right.
Put /s so people know it's sarcasm, just because people can't really figure it out all the time.
And so it's not just sarcasm. It's like, I have to read this. According to a UCLA professor, Albert Merabian, 58% of communication is body language, 35% is vocal tone, pitch, and emphasis, and only 7% is the content of the message.
Makes sense.
So it's like, yeah, and how many times have you sent an email where it's just like, oh God, they totally misread what I meant. I didn't mean to insult them. I was just trying to say it like this, but it never works.
I usually try to insult people. The goal is to insult.
Anyway, sarcasm font. I don't know what other kinds of fonts.
True, it could be other emotional fonts.
I know.
A sad font.
Angry font.
It's like, what's the movie? Inside Out, that's popular.
A conflicted voter font. You know what I mean?
Mad at my wife font. A community in real life for people over 40. And the reason that this comes up is, where do you go to actually kind of like hang out with people of your age group, maybe make a new friend, have a drink?
Right.
People like to play board games now, as opposed to, people used to just go sit at the bar, drink, and bitch about their wives or whatever.
It's basically pub culture without the pub is what you're saying.
That's really what it is. And it could almost be a little cooler and hipper.
The tourist trap Zapper app. We were just in Europe, and for the longest time, we had this one place that we had heard about. It's amazing, Carcassonne in southern France. This turreted, walled castle city.
Yeah, that's that castle. I know. Yeah.
Like red stone. Off we go, and we get there, and it's an utter tourist trap. Yeah. And we're just like, it's another one of these places that is a victim of its own success. How many times have you been to these places?
Well, it's like the pyramids in Egypt, right? It's
everywhere.
Like
even just little ones.
Mexico, the
Chichen Itza and everything. Yeah, it's just overrun with people.
If you're at the pyramids and you turn your head and look, you see like McDonald's, KFC.
Yeah, I've heard.
It's just crazy.
I know. How can you plan a vacation where you can avoid these tourist traps?
So the idea is really just focusing in on that one, like, hey, stay away from this because it's a tourist trap, versus because you could do the research.
Try these alternatives.
If you go to TripAdvisor and do the research on that
Reddit's got plenty of it.
I'm sure it bubbles up, right? Yeah. At some point, you do hear those few things.
It's a lot of work finding, wading through those threads to find the place where people are saying, you know what, go to this one instead. That one it's very cool to look at on the outside, but once you get in there, forget about it.
I could see it just being kind of a quick flag.
Yeah, exactly.
A service that does drop off of Halloween candy on Halloween afternoon to the home, right? So I think a lot of people forget to
go pick up the candy.
Go pick up candy. I guess it could be the day before, whatever. Sure. Let's give it a 48 to 72 hour window. But it's kind of like I think a good way to do it would be it's like a scheduled thing where it's just every year up to 72 hours before I get a delivery of, 200 pieces of candy.
You know what I like about that specifically is you could potentially then rope in a way to get local candy or different candy, where you're not just doing a quick run to Walmart.
Because everybody gets Kit Kats and
everyone gets and then you get home all the same candy. But wouldn't it be cool to have like local made like saltwater taffy or something?
Yeah. Or even foreign candy. And the other thing that we've been doing in our neighborhood for Halloween is we put a folding table out at the end of the driveway and put 50 non-peanut ones and 100 bags of whatever, put them out on the table. So I could see a service that does that as well, that makes up these little goodie bags and then brings them to you.
Just the delivery aspect's great. This is from Jack Online. Have AI read comments and organize them into clusters of similar posts. With hundreds or thousands of comments sometimes on some posts, it would reduce redundant comments and hopefully increase the number of unique comments. And I would think also engagement. because I agree. Twitter, Reddit, you get these comment threads that are out of control. And really, all you want to do is be able to categorize. And many of the people are saying the same things.
Well, this is like...
It's such a simple idea.
Have you seen this lately on like Amazon and things where they have the AI synopsis of the reviews?
Of what the reviews say. I like that.
And I've been in...
That would be a piece of cake.
Oh, and in Facebook, I've been seeing it in the groups. There's an AI synopsis of all the comments.
Yeah.
So that's already happening like on Facebook.
That's but I would like to... I think what he's arguing for is I would like to see is then if I just go through, can I have little subheadings of grouped, clustered comments based on the topics brought up? I just like that idea. Like it just make it so much easier to go through. If you're really interested in reading what people have to say, which is not often about something, it's a nice way to be able to browse and
drill down.
And drill down, exactly right.
How about a quick and mobile massage and back scratching service that will come to your home and give you 15 minutes, just quick. Because there are mobile massage services. There's at-home massage. You can call a lot of different massage therapists and say that offer at-home service, and they come in and they set up the table. That's a lot of work.
Right.
I'm saying you just come in, and I can sit down in the chair or lay down on the couch, whatever it is, and you get a 15 to 30-minute massage, back scratch, head scratch, head rub, whatever it is, and then they're out the door.
This comes from T-Bone911. A banana bunch, but the bananas are perfectly ripe on a different day of the week.
Yeah, I like it. But
it's really annoying because you buy the bunch and then you have to eat them within about 2 days.
It's like avocados, right? They ripen super. You've got 30 seconds to eat an avocado.
I mean, do we really want more GMOs in our food? I don't know.
I don't think it's that. I think it might just be a sorting issue.
Like, why can't they do that? Why can't they just take one banana off of the incoming banana bunches?
Yeah, when you go to the market... You've seen people split bananas, right? Grab like 3 off of a...
Is that why they're doing that?
No, they're just grabbing 3 because they only want 3.
Oh, not...
Right. No, but I'm saying, what's to stop you from grabbing 3 green ones and 3 yellow ones?
I guess because I thought it was somehow antisocial behavior going into a supermarket and taking 1 banana or 3 bananas.
I'm not saying one
splitting them off. No, I know what you mean.
Grapes.
Though.
I take 1 grape, 2 grapes. They're all off a different grape. How about more activities and or sports that actively use walking? There's not a lot of sports out there where you can enjoy an activity like golf and have a nice, good, long walk. Right? It doesn't have to be a sport either. Like, what about activity? Maybe there's something where throughout like some indoor facility, I could see like there are cooking stations or something. Just to get people that are interested in different types of activities.
Right.
And maybe, it could be sport related. Maybe it's dating. Maybe it's arcade games.
Speed dating, but you have to go. Yeah. It's all little walks. Instead of sitting at a little table, you have to do like a circuit walk.
There's all these malls that are abandoned in the United States with a lot of indoor real estate where you can walk. I know people go to like some of the local malls at like 7 a.m. before they open and they just walk.
And in wintertime when they want to have
when the weather's bad.
And they want to,
I could just see that if you add some activity in there too, just to make the walk less boring.
No, I totally see that. And in fact, like I never gain weight when I'm on vacation. It's because you're walking all the time.
Yeah. I know. I always lose weight on vacation.
Yeah, I lose weight. Right.
Yeah, which is weird because you're drinking more, eating more.
Oh, bakery.
Dessert
beer.
every day.
An app or extension for writing fast drafts. You set a timer, then start writing. If you stop writing for longer than a few seconds, all your words disappear. And I love this because it's true.
I like it from a music perspective.
Music, anything. It goes down to even, I think Jerry Seinfeld said, write every day.
Yeah.
Force yourself to sit down. Even if you don't write anything, you have to sit there for 2 hours and write.
Yeah.
And eventually you're going to write something just out of sheer boredom, right? And I think the same applies to music. Like just sit down and just start putting stuff out. Many people talk about the idea of sometimes, and I see this sometimes with musical sketches that I do, even drawn sketches. Yeah. Sometimes you'll do like a little quick sketch and you just kind of capture something. And then like maybe days later, you'll be like, I think I want to actually make a real thing out of that painting, whatever it might be. And then no matter how hard you try, you never quite recapture that feel.
Right.
Same thing happens with music.
Yeah, happens to
Same
me in
thing happens
music
with
all
writing.
the time.
Yeah, like I never quite. That's why I always say my early mixes.
Yeah.
You go back and listen to the very first mix. You're like, wow. Like
After you've worked on it for like a
come-
week, you're like, whoa.
I've come a long way from what originally sparked that idea. And I think it's the same thing with writing.
Yeah.
When you sit down and you write something, an idea just gels in a certain way. It's
No,
true
I
of
agree.
consciousness, you know.
The auto deleting freaks me out a little. I'd almost rather it auto archives it. Like puts it away, now work on something else. Like it tells you, like, so for example, and I'm thinking
Because you don't want to lose it.
You don't want to lose it.
You don't want to lose it.
You just don't, you just
Right.
want to now work on something different.
Right.
Almost. It's almost like, hey, okay, shift gears now, go do something
But
else.
like maybe you're locked out of it for 10 minutes. You can't go and
Yeah,
look at your
that's good.
first draft
Yeah.
until 10 minutes is up. Then you can go and look at it. Yeah,
Yeah,
interesting.
I like it. There's no good food in airports. Healthy, quick food. We've talked about this for fast food restaurants, right? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Healthy, quick. Like,
Yeah.
is it that difficult? I really don't see it as being so.
There was one. Wolfgang Puck had his little booth thing.
That's so great
right?
that you said that. Let me tell you why. Traveling for work, me and another guy, we're both hungry. We walked in. Where can we get a sandwich? Oh, Wolfgang Puck sandwich cart thing. Went, sat down, took a bite and went, oh my God, this thing's salty. I flipped it over. I looked at the nutrition facts. It had 3,000 milligrams of sodium.
I thought the whole point of Wolfgang
in
Puck.
the turkey sandwich, because it must be in the sauce, right? Like
I thought the whole point
condiment.
was they were supposed to be healthier than the foods like McDonald's or whatever you get
I
there.
was like, I could have gone and had a Big Mac and fries and gotten less sodium and fat than in this Wolfgang Puck thing. So that's a ruse. And I'm not saying it has to be salads. Like,
No,
I'm not
give me a
salad-
sandwich.
Right, just make a sandwich like I would make it at home, right? Just like some
Yeah.
carved
Yeah.
sliced turkey
Yeah.
or ham or whatever
Right,
it is.
right.
Lettuce, tomato, mayo, cheese. Like it can be that simple. I have had a couple experiences in a couple airports where I've had decent like sandwiches like that, where there's been like a local deli of some kind that has
like a baguette
location.
or something with like some
Yeah, it's just like
ham
and the
lettuce
guy
and-
makes it on site,
yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like you can tell kind of it's like a family
Yeah,
business
yeah, yeah.
almost. I mean, it just comes back to like the fast food choices in the United States.
I know.
Period.
It's yeah.